Hey y'all, welcome back to the ranch. I'm Jared Paul, and today we're going to do part 2 of my plant and tree haul series. So that's all coming up on today's episode of Jarhead Bonsai. Watched part 1. You saw I had all these pots laid out and my soil prepped, and I was getting ready to do that, and then I went into watering. Well, following watering, I thought about it, and I was like, okay, this time last year was when I got a bunch of stuff, because it's when the nurseries are, getting rid of stuff. They're dropping prices, they're having clearances, they're doing things like that. And I remember last year I decided, okay, I'm just going to make sure these trees survive this summer, and then in fall I'll repot them and prune them if I want. I did some light pruning on ones that were already completely out of balance. So that's what I decided to do again. I was like, okay, don't repeat when you mess up, but when you have success, there's a reason why you had success. So with that being said, all I did was take the bamboo off of these guys, these 2 Japanese maples, that one and this one. They're basically identical. And I believe they were grafted onto each other right there. If they weren't grafted, that's where they were cut and regrew. But I believe this one specifically was some sort of grafting. But they have some nice sway. I was playing with them yesterday with a rope and a rock and seeing if I wanted to grow it and do that. But as long as they don't grow taller than they are, I might like them that height. Maybe, let's see, what's that about? 2.5 feet tall. Yeah, about 2.5 feet tall, and then just grow enormous, huge, awesome umbrella canopies, as they could be a pair of an entryway someday or something like that. But I've always wanted those. I'm psyched. So I didn't touch those other than take the bamboo stick off. But let me show you this guy. Okay. Quickly becoming my favorite. So it's a Sumagaki Acer palmatum. Okay. And so it says it grows to 6 to 10 feet tall naturally. So what I did was I took out anything that was real vertical growth, and I shortened a lot of the vigor and the horizontal growth. I didn't take off too much, but I took out branches that I wouldn't want in the future at all, and then we can go from there. But I mean, it's so nice already. I love maples, Japanese maples specifically. And this one isn't as fine as these leaves. This is what I think of when I ever would say, oh yeah, Japanese maples. This is what I would think of this species. This is the Crimson Queen, Palmatum dissectum. This is the type of leaf I would always think of. But this one is just like in between a regular red or sugar maple and a Japanese maple leaf. So it's really cool. It comes in green and then goes to fall. Goes to red in the fall. So yeah, that's that guy. All right, now let's set up these 3 I'm really excited about. Okay, so if you watched the other video, you noticed I had 3 Juniper horizontalis, good vibrations, and they have a golden green, which makes them unique. Okay, so Laura, when she got home from work, she had a long, stressful day at work. I was like, why don't we sit on the porch? And I got these 3 junipers, and you pick which one you want, and we'll just, prune and talk. And we ended up just listening to music and pruning. It was nice. And she is habitually under pruning. She's afraid to make big cuts and things like that. So she asked my opinion, and I said there's no wrong way to do it. And I think she did some cool stuff. So I said, actually, I freaked her out. I said some people might cut it off right above this branch and just grow that, But she left these 2 lower branches, cleaned up some foliage to see the trunk, and then it's got a nice sway coming back. But she didn't nip any of the tips, so this thing's going to grow vigorously through the summer, I'm sure. So that's a nice start to that one. And it's cool, when you get to do bonsai with someone you like spending time with. So most of the time I do it by myself. I love spending time by myself. All right, so Juniperis horizontalis, good vibrations, gold. There we go. That's the part that I was missing. I knew I was missing a part. So this one I want to make as part, in the fall, I'm going to put it as part of a forest planting. And it'll be like the main magnificent tree. I just think it's so nice and natural and full, just growing every which way. And it broke into 3 trunks pretty early on. So right away I just thought, oh man, let me just take out a couple of the dead branches and cross branching, and I'll let this one just grow full, and I'll put it at the center point of, or probably like the left third of a forest planting as the biggest tree. And then I'll fill it in with my baby American Arbor Vitae, my other thujas. So thuja and junipers to come in a forest planting. And then this one is my absolute favorite. This is the one that I worked on. I went for it. I took a lot off, okay? And I did, for my first time, I think, a successful gin. And I've watched Peter Chan of Heron Bonsai in England. I've watched him do it a bunch, and he's written a book on it. And I'm sure this, if you looked at it, he'd be like, don't tell people that I taught you how to do it, because it's terrible. But I like it. I think it looks great. I'm psyched about it. Kept some of it smooth, then this part's smooth, and this is a little rough. Okay, and then I took out the main big branches, and then a lot of the dominant branches, and then I trimmed back these just a bit. So I didn't nip the tips. I just simply took out, maybe, you know, out of 3 branches coming out along the way, I would take out 1 of the 3. So how I would pick a front would probably be something like that. And this fall, first thing for my birthday, we're gonna go to the New England Bonsai Society and pick out some cool pots. So this one, I'm excited to get in a bonsai pot. I think that's gonna look great. So yeah, I'm psyched about it. I feel good about that guy. And let's see. Yeah, the key limes, I found out there's 3 in one pot, 2 in another, and then 1 in another. So I actually have 6 of those. And they're pretty young, and I think they were maybe cuttings, because they were braced against each other at the base, and they weren't very sturdy. So I didn't do much with them. I just cut out a tiny bit, and then I cleaned up this one. This Azalea Gibraltar. Look at that little hand it's got coming up. Breaks into 3. Let's see if I get better lighting. Nope, it's gonna be one of those days. Okay, so there we go. I like it. It's like a little hand coming up. Almost reminds me of a little apple tree with its foliage. And I cut off the longer branches so that I just brought back everything to about the same height. And I cut out the old buds because it was done blooming. So I think that that's gonna do it for this plant haul. All right, y'all, so that's going to do it for today's episode of Jarhead Bonsai. Thanks for stopping by the ranch once again. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and go ahead and hit that notification bell. I got plenty more coming up. This concludes the series on Plant and Tree Haul, June 2019. But the 6 key lime trees, 3 Japanese maples, and the 3 junipers, they will have plenty of videos on the flip side. So stay tuned for that and much, much more. I hope you're enjoying the grow season. I'm having plenty of fun. And I'll see you at the ranch soon. Have a great day, y'all.